Hello guys, it's Ebony Green Living here, and I am here to share my word of the year for 2020. I love coming on doing these type of videos because I love going back and rewatching them and just seeing where I was at that year, seeing my growth throughout the year and now years being on YouTube. So I love doing these videos, and my word of the year for 2020 is open. So for those of you who don't know, I am a mom of 5, so you may hear some noise, although I told them be quiet. Just that preface there. What do you want to be open to, Christy? Glad you asked. It's a really good question. So for 2020, I want to be open. Open to more love, open to new ideas, open to open doors, open to change, to sharing more. I share, but I don't share as much as I could. And this year, I'm going to be fully open and transparent about a lot of things. Open to walking into my destiny and my purpose. Open to dreaming big. I honestly feel that God has so much more for me than I can imagine. And I feel like over the course of my life, people have kind of boxed me in and said, oh, you shouldn't do this, you can't do this. And I feel like since they put me in a box, maybe I just started at some point to put myself in a box too. And so many of times I've been like, kind of peeking over that box, but kind of going back and doing my thing, but then we're like just kind of shrinking and minimizing a little bit, just to please others and not to stand out, but my light needs to shine. I have to be me. There is something in me that you may need, or there's something in me that others may need. And by me keeping it to myself and being closed and keeping my light to myself, others are missing out and they're not getting what they need to get from me, if you will. And so that is what I am being open to. I know that I have a purpose to fulfill, and only I can fulfill that purpose. But just like you have a purpose to fulfill, and only you can do it. There are certain people that you can reach, I can't reach. There's some people that I can reach that you can't reach. But others need to know my struggles. Some of the things that I've been through, some of the things that I'm going through, the hardships. You may see me, you see me positive and smiling, and that is really me. It's not fake, it's not a front, it's not phony. But what you don't see is all of the heartbreak and all of the struggles and the trying times, because this is a place to kind of share the positive and share the good. But I think sometimes in being just open and transparent, it lets other people know, what? I'm not alone. I'm not the only one going through this. I'm not the only one that's struggling in this area. I'm not the only homeschool mama going through this. I'm not the only large family mama going through this. I'm not the only mom going through this. I'm not the only woman going through this. And it just feels good to know that someone else is there along with you, walking beside and you, holding space for you. What is holding space? Holding space is just being there. It's not always saying something. It's not always doing something. It's always trying to fix something. Just the presence alone is holding space and just being there. And that's what I want to be now in this season. I want to be a space holder. I want to help walk along your journeys with you. So many of you guys have messaged me things, and one lady shared some stuff with me that just made me cry. It really made me cry. Like, people are dealing with some stuff. And so they just need people to love them right where they are and just walk alongside them. And how can people want to walk alongside of you and be with you and even know that their journey is similar to yours unless you're open about your journey, past, present, and even where you're going. So that's kind of where I am. I want you to know that if I can make it and do it, you can make it and you can do it. And so I hope these sit-down type of videos kind of help kind of articulate more of what's on my heart, portray it. Because I know a lot of people, they want to always message me or come over or have tea or go out. And as my life, typically have some water here beside me with my green baby, but I don't today. But where I can typically be a one-on-one mentor, help, person, friend, or whatever, I'm finding in this season, I don't have as much of that as I'd like, and I just feel the direction to be more open in this space. And so that's what I'm doing. Now, along with being open, dun, 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 I know that it requires for me to be consistent. And so that is what I'm working on, almost as equal as being open as being consistent. So what I've done is just have some systems in place to help me. They're really nothing new, but just being consistent with my systems. So you guys know I love planners. In fact, I'll be doing my 2020 planners that I'm using. I know it's a little late, but I'll be sharing a video about that soon. Also, a way to be consistent so that I can be more open and available is just being mindful of my yeses and my nos. Every yes takes away time from something. And although no one wants to hear no, and although no's feel bad, they hurt, it's like a rejection, like a sting, like she told me no. Sometimes you have to say no. Does this align with my vision? Does this align with my goal? Does this align with my purpose? Does this align with my destiny? Does this align with the path that I believe I need to be walking on, or that God has set for me? Some of you guys are secular, some of you guys are religious. I think this can apply to all, to everything. Being mindful of what you say yes to, being mindful of what you say no to. Therefore, your yes can be yes and your no can be no. There is nothing, and I mean nothing, worse than someone saying, I'll do it, yes, yes, yes. And then a day later, oh, I can't do it. And I know a person or a couple people, when they tell me yes, I don't even bank on it, because they will more than likely 75% of the time come back and say, oh, I can't. Be mindful before you open your mouth. And if you don't know how to say no, say, oh, that sounds good. Let me think about it and I'll get back to you. Simple. You don't have to be put on the spot. You don't have to be forced to say yes or no. Let me think about that. And really, it's just a good habit to have anyway. Don't be so quick to pop off with a yes or a no. Let me think about it. Let me see. That's the spirit that I generally have. And I think it's worth sharing with you guys as we're going into this year that's already started. But just really continuing on, and just as you're finding your way on your paths and your life. And the last part of me being consistent so I can remain open and available is just showing up. You know, sometimes I don't show up because I don't have the right lighting, or someone's gonna make rude comments again on my video, or I didn't do my hair. You know, you see my little, where I had some curls up here, you see my little curls parts, or, you know, whatever, or I didn't wear the right thing. So there's lots of reasons to keep people from doing what they want to do. I don't have the money. I don't have the time. I don't have the this, to this, to da, 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 da. Regardless, just show up. Give your best right now, and then keep growing. But while you're growing, you're giving your best with everything you're doing, with everything you've had, whatever your hands find to do, do it. But do it to the best of your ability. Giving your all, doing your best, even if it's not good enough, even if it doesn't quite measure up, even if it doesn't quite look or sound right, the makeup's funny, the hair it doesn't matter. Give your best now, and then continue to work toward being your best. Continue to work on being better. Continue to work on growing. And that is the process of life. You give where you give what you can now, grow where you can grow now, and then you'll see that your territory starts to increase and you start to grow and blossom and bloom more. Isn't that what we see with gardens, with nature, with flowers, with grass, with trees, etc.? Same with us. Same with us. So that is my word of the year, and that is a little bit of encouragement for you guys. I really hope this was helpful. I really want my channel to be a place that if you don't have a big sister, if you don't have a close girlfriend, I can be somewhat like a big sister, a girlfriend, someone that can say, hey, I've been here. This is what I've done. This is what has worked for me. This is what's not working for me. And then maybe you can take that and then build upon it and run with it, versus you're like, man, what do I do here, and how do I do this, and how do I make this work, and how, because I'm doing a debt-free thing, how do I get debt-free, and how do I save money, and how do I take care of all these kids, and how do I set up a better system? What I got isn't working for me, and all these things. And then you see all these videos and all these different playlists, and you're like, oh, okay, my sister is helping me grow along my way. As she's grown, she's paying it forward by coming back to share the things that are working and how she's doing what it is that she's doing, so that I can grow and I can blossom. Because isn't that really what the goal is for us all? To just grow and flourish and be the best us that we can be. So hopefully me being here is helping you guys with that on your journey. And maybe these last couple videos aren't necessarily applicative to you. Maybe they're not the most helpful, because maybe you're already in this place. Just hold on, just hang tight. If you know someone who it can help, share with them. Make sure to like and subscribe, but hang on, because I'll be coming with some more videos, so she'll be like, bam, that's what I've been waiting for. That's the help I need. So really soon I'll be doing some just clean with me, some morning routine and night routines, and some building some spaces from scratch, and just a little bit of DIY decor, home decor on a budget, using what you have, using what's free, just different things like that. So I'll be back with a lot of goodies. Something will bless you in one way or another. I'll be back so we can sew some things and make some things. I'll be back to make some yogurts and a couple more recipes of some more things from scratch. And of course, it's almost my favorite time of the year, where it's gardening time. So you guys will be able to see me garden in my new space, and you'll be able to watch that garden grow from just the pre-foundations with nothing there to seeing that finished harvested project or process and result. And then we'll also be getting into some canning and preserving and fermenting, all that stuff. So just stay tuned, keep riding with your girl. We're going somewhere together. If you have been blessed by this video or any other video, let me know that it's beneficial to you guys. But just remember, you can do a lot with a little. Be consistent, be open, be mindful of your yeses and your nos. Let's continue to grow together. And until next time, blessings.